What's up, everybody? It's your host, Cleric Dragoon, and today we got some air attacks for you guys. And I've got 4 different air attacks to show you guys, and each one of them is effective. Just depending on the base layout, you can use either one of these to gain 3 stars. But first, we're going to start with number 5 here with Yoshi. And you guys take a look at this base. Very compact base. And he's got a Queen Walk Lalo with cleanup minions. So let's see. And this attack is really intricate. So just watch how he funnels the queen. He's very patient, and there's some tricky maneuvers he pulls as his queen is walking. So you have to be very aware of your queen's pathing and pay attention to that as she's walking. So I would say that this is definitely a more skilled attack at Town Hall 9 because it's easy to mess it up, believe me. So here we go. His queen's going in. You see, guys, he's made the wall break in. His queen's going to go in, and at this time he's targeting that air defense right in front of the queen right now. He's going to probably clean out the bow, pull the CC, and get the wizard tower. But just watch what he does here now. Pay attention to this series of events right here. Okay, the wall breakers came in, and were able to hit that wall and get it open for him. Now he had to use his queen's ability right there to survive the X-bow and the CC troops. But that's okay. And now watch his queen. She's going to come right down here, and she's going to take out all this trash and go back up in there to those next 2 air defense. He's going to get the queen right here at some point. He has to be very careful because this queen right here could easily kill his queen. So there he goes. He's taking out that queen. And now he's going to start dropping in these minions to clean some of these trash buildings up. And he started his Lalu portion right here. Right here. And he doesn't even have this next AD down, but he's going to get it. That's a given right there. And that heal is something I've seen up in the I guess the CWL clans wars. Seems to be very popular. But right here he's waiting. Yoshi is waiting on these hounds to pop. Just look at them right here. These hounds are kind of beat up, and they just need to pop. And he should get, there it goes. He gets a pop right there. He's got a rage in the bag. He really doesn't have to use it. Whether he does or not is his call. These minions, everything's cleaning up. And there you go. He decides to swag it right there in the center of that base. Excellent hit. I would say the degree of difficulty on this hit was pretty extreme. And it's not for everybody, but it's definitely effective. And as you can see, it 3 stars. Now this next hit was by Zero Yoshi, and this is a Quad La Lune. And this base is old meta, so Yoshi kind of brought out an old meta attack with a little bit of a new meta twist, you know, with the lightning EQ, and he takes his base down. Now it gets a little interesting, and this is almost similar to what Clash and Blast talks about in the Queen Pop, but I've got an example of that a little bit later on. But here we go. He's got some hogs here pulling the CC, because this was a fresh hit by Yoshi, so he did not know what was in the CC, obviously, because it was a lava hound, and he wouldn't have wasted a hog for that. So, and as you can see, look at all this DPS. I mean, this is thick in DPS. There's a lot of work. He dropped these loons. Obviously, he didn't count on that Tesla popping up. So he's already got a hound or 2 down, and he's coming in. He's just working his way around this base right now. Those loons over there are probably going to die off, but he's going to work with these loons over here, and he's still got 4 more in the bag. Now he don't. They're in, and he is out of spells, and this is it. He's got to get it with this, or it's a wrap. So that hound just popped. I think that was his last hound. And the queen is still up. Pay attention to that. it gets a little ticklish there, but the pups are going to deal with her in a minute, and the queen will eventually go down as everything turns back in. Oh wow, the enemy's lava hound popped, which was unfortunate, but the queen took care of it. And the queen still got her ability, so there's there goes the queen. She's going to die now from splash damage, but we'll speed it up because it's just cleanup at this point. And you can see it took that base out, and guys, that was a lot of DPS in the center of that base. That's those old meta bases, although we make fun of them a lot of times and say they suck, old meta bases have a lot of DPS, and it is really rough sometimes to attack them. Same thing with this base. There's a lot of DPS in this base, and so I elected to go with a shattered Gobo La Lune. And you know, my whole premise for the Gobo La Lune was to get to guarantee that I get these 2 air defense near the queen. But you'll see that doesn't happen, and I have to readjust my attack, which I have to do quite often. But it's okay, it happens. So let's start this attack, and you'll see. And here we go. I'm just setting up for my funnel right now. Gonna wall break in up here, and I let all my wall breakers go right there because there was no threat of any kind of small bombs. So right now my funnel's good. I'm happy. Bowlers are going in. I've had that jump spell a little long though. I was a little concerned about that, but right there I had a couple of bowlers trying to walk on me, but it ended up they came back into the funnel. And this is where I realized that it wasn't gonna well, nope. No, it almost went down right there. That that air defense was so close, but there it goes. Bowler got it. So I did get 2 with that, and that's the whole objective of a Gobo La Lune. You want to guarantee that you get 2 air defense, and this was very close. This is probably a piss poor example of a Gobo La Lune, but anyway. And as you can see, I start my hound portion, and the reason I done that is because of this sweeper. This sweeper is pointing this way, and I started right here, and I'm going to start hasting here, but I'm watching my hound's health right there, and it is gone. So I got another hound coming in, and I want him to take some heat because all of my lava pups are down. So I'm holding my haste right now. If you can see, I got 2 more haste, but I'm just elected not to use them. I'm trying to let my hound pop, and once he pops, which was right there, I'm golden. So I could swag these 2 haste at this point, but I actually use one over here on the side just to haste my balloons up, and you'll see it right here. I drop it just to kind of work them. Didn't have to. Going to end up swagging the next one just because I could. But a lot of times you run into timing with balloons, and you just don't want to do that. Alright, so I'm going to pop over to this other war. Oh, oops, wrong one. And we got an example of... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's this war. Yeah, we got an example of a... Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back out. I'll have to fix it. And with this 4th attack by Badass, we got an example of a Queen Pop La Lune. And as you can see, the base looks kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm glad Bat 3 started. I really didn't want to attack this base. But as you can see here, and guys, this Queen Pop, if you've never heard of him, Cash and Blast, or Clash and Blast, or I think that's what his name is. Anyway, he kind of champions this attack, and the whole thing about it is it triangulates all the hounds to come over the queen, and a hound needs to pop over the queen, and that way the pups kill the queen. That's the whole thing about the Queen Pop. So right here, Bat's trying to, I think he's trying to get the CC pull, I guess. right? Oh, wait a minute. No. No, 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 no. All right, let's start again. All right, guys, and on this fourth example of air attacks, we got the Queen Pop La Lune by Cast and Blast. It's an attack strategy he champions, and I don't know if he made it up, but he's showed it several times in his YouTube videos. And our team member Badass has learned it, and he likes it pretty good. But basically in this attack, he's going to take out an air defense, in which I know it's this one. He's going to take it out with light and EQ. And then he's going to triangulate this air defense and this air defense and this air defense. Basically all these hounds are going to converge as they're going through the base over the queen, and theoretically one hound will pop and kill the queen, with thus the Queen Pop. So Badass knows that this CC I think contains a hound, so this is a cleanup attack for Badass, and he doesn't worry about the CC. So here we go. I guess here he's just getting rid of this Wizard Tower, just because there's some easy targets right there that his balloons are going to get value right there. So he knew that. And now watch this as he comes in. He's coming in really thick on the balloons, and there's a lot of balloons in this attack. And there's his second hound, and they're all going to just kind of triangulate on that queen. And just watch, she just destroyed that hound right there. Now this Tesla farm in the core, it can be a little ugly on balloons. But he's got that rage down. He's getting value out of that rage. And the queen is gonna eventually die right here. Good gracious, she definitely. Actually, I think she helped him a lot there. But he's very patient with his rage here. I probably would have panic raged by now. But Badass is holding this rage. He's just, and I mean, literally, at this point, guys, he could swag 2 spells. I mean, this is crazy. Oh, if that black bomb would have busted that hound, it would have been swag city. And he may still swag these spells. I don't know, but I'm gonna fast forward it and let's see what he does. He don't even have his heroes out. He swagged both these spells. Oh wow, that was really impressive. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these examples of air attacks. It's 4 different air attack styles, and learn them all, I'd say. Some of them is going to take a little bit more time. I'm still learning the Queen Walk Lalos. They're a little bit tougher and intricate, but they're deadly. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I am out of here, guys.